Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome inside the campus of LaSalle College High School. Beautiful day outside here at Glazer Field, and it's lacrosse action going on between a Catholic League, Philadelphia Catholic League LaSalle team, and then from the Interact, we have Episcopal Academy, your broadcast team, Bob Long, and we have Ray Gomez with us, a senior here at LaSalle. Will Gomez helping on camera. And then back with us again, the All-American Mike Morcell. Good to have you guys. Mike, we'll start with you. Heck of a lacrosse game coming your way. EA is dressed in navy blue, LaSalle in gold. What sticks out to you?
Yeah, so good to be back in the booth, Bob. Thanks for having me. I think what sticks out here, it's going to be a battle at the face-off X. You have Andrew McMeekin from Episcopal Academy signed with Princeton University against Stevie Davis here, the great sophomore phenom at the face-off X. Whoever controls majority of the draws between those guys most likely have a chance of putting more goals in the net.
Very rarely is Stevie Davis. Maybe you see the lesser rapport of guys in the face-off X, but today that might be the day, like you said, Mike. And a great challenge for the sophomore, taking on a senior, like you said, headed to Princeton next year, Andrew McMeekin in the face-off X. And as you see, McMeekin and Episcopal Academy get things started. Ray Gomez, good to have you alongside as well.
Good to be with you, Bob. I mean, I just follow up. Meekin is an amazing face-off guy, as we've been highlighting, going to Princeton. I've heard the lacrosse players today saying that that's going to be their biggest challenge, which I'm just going to echo both your statements that it's important to win these face-offs and to keep possession of the ball throughout this game because they can easily take advantage of having the ball.
Pretty good defense there by Henry Troy in the opening offensive possession for Episcopal Academy. They'll maintain possession. And Dylan Jazik, we got to look at him playing back behind the net at X.
Yeah, Jazaz, number 13 here for Episcopal. He's a five-star recruit out of the sophomore class. We're hearing from many coaches. He'll have his pick of the litter of ACC schools, whether it's Duke, North Carolina, Virginia, or Notre Dame. Just a total stud at lefty attack, Jazaz.
For LaSalle, Jack Pilling takes it across. And now LaSalle into their first offensive possession of the afternoon. Pretty good swim move there to get through. Now they'll get right into the offensive set, led by number 8, Frankie Fix. You said it, Mike, before the game. The all-name team here in Pennsylvania lacrosse.
Yeah, got to love Frankie. Nice senior leader going to Delaware. I think the goal here, we talk about it in other games, try to get everybody a touch, get them settled down, and get into the offense, start dodging short sticks.
Fix dishes. Oppenheimer was cutting, couldn't get it to him. Instead, here's Huntley. Huntley, a lot of times the engineer of this LaSalle offense. He'll reset.
Yeah, you see Pilling has the long stick midi on him, the pole. So most likely Fix and Huntley will need to initiate the offense today, try to draw a slide on that short stick, and then move it behind to Andrew Kelly.
That's good work right at midfield by Will Pickering there, understanding last deflected by the goalkeeper, Nash Womack. Came all the way out to midfield, but LaSalle maintains that possession. Good job right at the half-field stripe.
Yeah, I mean, this LaSalle offense is really good, as we've seen throughout the season. And I want to sort of highlight one of my fellow classmates, PJ Oppenheimer. He's a big dude for this LaSalle offense, being able to use his body and to get into good positioning close to the net to be able to have nice little shot or short shots to score for this LaSalle team.
Pilling comes in, and he'll get it on his right hand. Good move there. Dives in, that one hit the pipe. Had Womack beat, but the frame saved him, and it's still scoreless here. 8 minutes and 52 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, sometimes better be lucky than good. Pipe is a goalie's best friend. So Nash, still scoreless here for LaSalle. He's feeling good about his first early save that you mentioned, Bob. That typically can get a goalie going and start to create some momentum if they get an early save. Really helps them see the ball and gain confidence.
Paul Van Bastelar. We called a game for LaSalle a few weeks ago against Conestoga. Van Bastelar, as well as Pilling, who has the ball now, had great games in a winning effort. And the ball will come loose, flag. So on that possession, it's now LaSalle to go a man up.
Yeah, it's good defense, I thought, by Lamb, number 2 there for Episcopal going to Cornell. Looks like the refs got him on a hold, maybe a second or two. If the ball was loose there, it would have just been a possession for LaSalle, but since they possessed the ball, it's a 30-second man up. Coach Chris Bates does not look too happy about the call, but a good opportunity for LaSalle to take advantage.
You know, I got to agree with Coach Chris Bates because I don't think that was a hold. From where I was looking, it looked more like a push rather than a hold, but maybe he caught a little bit of the jersey while he was pushing him. I mean, if it was maybe a second shorter, it would have easily not been a hold.
Yep, agreed, Ray.
Now LaSalle looking to get an opportunity, a man up here.
Yeah, what you want to do here, 6-on-5, you want to get the defense moving, start to wheel a little bit and pull guys up, get the defense rotating. Typically, you have a backside look for an open shot.
Instead, dashing right to the front of the net, LaSalle will live to see another one as Oppenheimer was closest to it. But a really good look, and Pilling had a great opportunity in front with a quick shot.
Good job by Oppenheimer being able to stay close to the ball and keep it LaSalle's possession.
Yep, that rule in lacrosse, closest to the end line when the ball goes out on a shot retains possession. So you'll often see goalies and defenders sprint towards the end line. They're trying to beat out the shot.
Kelly gets a touch. He just came into the contest. Takes a screen there from Fix.
Low, brings it low to high. It really had Womack off guard. I think it hit Womack's arm and deflected in, but a nice start for Oppenheimer.
6:43 to play in the first, and it's LaSalle on the board first. Now we really have been talking about this face-off matchup. Love to see it. McMeekin against Stevie Davis, and McMeekin, headed to Princeton next year, comes up with his second consecutive face-off win.
Yeah, the first face-off, it looked like Stevie got it clean, but LaSalle did not pick up the ground ball. Episcopal did. This time around, McMeekin made an adjustment and beat Stevie clean. You don't see that often for Stevie Davis, but McMeekin is very talented.
Great team defense there by LaSalle. Ball picked up by the long stick defender. And LaSalle's going to come up with possession. Well done by the Explorers.
Yeah, nice ground ball by Matt Wills. Stud sophomore, probably going to be a 5-star this summer. All Catholic football player.
Frankie Fix comes on through. That one left the netting there, and so he couldn't get the shot off. Womack came up with it.
It was a good job by Fix trying to penetrate this Episcopal defense and almost getting a really good look there, but they were able to recover and sort of just surround him, and he lost the ball at the last second.
Well, and you've seen it on consecutive possessions here, guys. When guys are looking to make a one-on-one move, the help defense is there. And these teams are too big, too physical. It's going to be really difficult, Mike, to go one-on-one.
Yeah, Frankie has the size there. I think it was one step too many. If he lets the shot go earlier, I think he has a better shot at getting it off. But it was a triple team by the time he got in there.
Here's Charles Craftston. Muscle it up defensively there by Ryan Moore. Also a big-time football player, Mike.
Yeah, Moore's a stud wide receiver.
And what a shot there. Tristan Whitaker, he's headed to Vermont next year, and he puts that one in between the pipes. It's tied at 1.
Yeah, you'll notice with Whitaker, you know, Jazaz will get a lot of attention today. It's those smart seniors that have been around the program, crafty off-ball players that can sneak into good spots. Nice low to high shot there by Whitaker, and tie score.
I mean, one thing I do want to bring up is that I'm impressed with Episcopal's defense because I know we were talking about how young it is because they have 2 freshmen starting on defense and how that might affect them, especially facing off against Oppenheimer, against Kelly. They're 2 really experienced seniors for this LaSalle team, and it's going to make it difficult on them, but it's a great learning experience.
First time in program history that they have started 2 freshmen on the defensive end. Matthew McCarthy, he's a guy who will play and certainly would have started defensively, but did hurt himself towards the end of the basketball season. He's healthy now, which is good. Kind of easing his way back, so he doesn't get the start, but you'll see some of him here this afternoon.
Yeah, McCarthy's their senior leader going to Penn with the 2 freshmen that you mentioned, Ray, Evan McFarland and Paul Bruder. It looks like Bates decided to go young there on the defensive end. They might take their lumps this year, but these kids will gain great experience and be real contributors the next 3 years.
And a giveaway gives it back to Episcopal. The other thing about this Episcopal team, guys, is you know, when you schedule these non-league games, particularly to challenge yourself against two of the best programs here in the state, it's going to conflict with a league schedule. So Episcopal is going to play a league game tomorrow, a big one against Chestnut Hill Academy. And so that's part of the thing is, hey, how deep do you go into the rotation? Do you give your starters some rest on the legs? Or do you say, hey, this is one of the best teams we're going to play all year long. Let's go for it for 4 quarters.
Yeah, knowing Coach Bates and certainly Coach Forrester and Resch and Coach Slate, I mean, these guys are competitors. So in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. So they love these in-state challenges, even if they're not in the same league. These guys love playing each other and seeing where they stack rank.
You saw Lucas Slate there with the lefty shot, bounced in front and went wide. And a great job defensively by LaSalle. Number 16, Will Pickering.
I couldn't agree more. I think that it's all about competing, and you might see LaSalle in the playoffs against Episcopal later on. You don't know what's going to happen.
Not PIAA playoffs, but
sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. So LaSalle, Interact cannot compete in the PIAA.
Really? Okay.
So LaSalle will play against somebody like Conestoga or Radnor or another PIAA school.
Okay.
But to your point, Ray, I mean, both these teams are going to have big-time goals at the end of the season. For Episcopal, it's a league championship in the Interact, which you could argue is just as hard, if not more difficult in particular years than winning a state title. With teams like Malvern Prep, number 1 ranked team in the state, you know, Ray, to your point, that's a type of team that Episcopal is going to have to challenge themselves and beat in order to achieve their goals this year as well.
Exactly, yeah. Batesy knows if he's going to play Haverford School and Malvern and Penn Charter and GA and all these great schools in the Interact, a team like LaSalle to get them prepared is just a great experience for them in the month of April heading to May.
Fast-moving first quarter, 2 minutes and 37 seconds left as Huntley got a touch for LaSalle. Now back behind that at Andrew Kelly, he draws a foul. Can he convert onto a goal here as well? LaSalle with possession back behind the net. Patience here for the Explorers.
Yeah, I didn't see the penalty. I'm interested to see if it's an interference maybe on the crease. I did see the EA coaching staff a little bewildered as well, but I didn't see a slash or anything, so I'm interested to see what the penalty is.
And now we'll see.
I think it's interference.
Okay.
So if a LaSalle or an offensive player is cutting through the crease, you have to allow them to cut, and it sounds like the defender got in his way. A little bit of a ticky-tack call, but it is a rule. But that's why it wasn't, very obvious or pronounced. It was just an interference call in the crease.
Okay.
So now Oppenheimer has possession now. Huntley thought about a long shot. Everybody gets a touch as they work it around the box.
I was going to say this is a little bit more like a basketball approach. Everyone gets a pass before they shoot.
Real Norman Dale situation going on here.
They jammed that crease again. Good defense by Episcopal. Now here comes Episcopal. They'll now announce all even. It's back to 6-on-6 here. Good matchup for Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer took a shot there, and all over it was Womack.
Yeah, Womack's one of those goalies. He's been around the program, senior going to York College. Really steady Eddie in the goal. Lefty, which is tough for a righty shooter. And flag down here for Episcopal. It looks like LaSalle is offsides, so they had a man go over, and he's going to go back in. Huntley, you might as well take advantage of having an extra man if you've already gone offsides. So we'll see if they double the ball here or if he just plays free safety.
1 minute left in the first quarter. It is 1 goal apiece. Been a really good one between two fantastic programs. And again, on the next touch here for LaSalle, which won't be yet, but Episcopal will go a man up.
It's a very slow, methodical game, which is just shows how physical these two teams are and how hard it is to attack the goal and attack the crease and try and get a good shot off. Both defenses have been playing phenomenally.
So with 36 seconds left, that's where Episcopal Academy got the stoppage. LaSalle now committed the penalty and will have to defend.
Yep, similar situation now. Episcopal with 6, LaSalle with 5. Be careful. Watch two lefties over here. Lamb, number 2, and Jazaz, 13. see if they run their offense to the right side, looking for a backside lefty shot.
Now Episcopal with 22 seconds to go, -6. Delta time-wise there on the penalty. 14 seconds to go now in the period. TJ Lamb got a touch. Lamb's going to get this one back at the top of the box. 4 seconds left as LaSalle back to full strength. Will they get the shot off? They will, with 1 second left, and Episcopal takes a 2-1 lead.
Great look by Lamb. He just, no look pass to McMeekin. Pretty rare to see a face-off guy on man up, but the lack of depth there for Episcopal. McMeekin, the face-off star, has to play man up. Nice low-to-low shot, and beats Matt there, Matt Nelson.
What a way to end the first. Episcopal scores the last 2 goals of the period. Pretty even matchup here this afternoon thus far. Certainly to be expected between these 2 phenomenal programs. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back with the second quarter on Bob Long Sports.
It's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with 0 out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars.
Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services, whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups. At Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
Welcome back, folks. Bob Long, Mike Morcell, Ray Gomez, your broadcast team, and Will Gomez is helping us out on camera. Great to have all you alongside. LaSalle against Episcopal Academy. And, Mike, maybe you can tell us a little bit better than I would know. These teams play each other a lot in non-league contests year to year?
Yeah, I think they have pretty much an annual matchup. You'll see LaSalle playing schools like Episcopal, Malvern, and Haverford. We mentioned it earlier. It's just a great, first of all, it's great competition, great level of play. All these kids know each other from club ball, so there's a little bit of bragging rights within the players. And then it really gets LaSalle prepared for the PIA state run and Episcopal prepared for the Interac run.
Long shot. That one was just wide. LaSalle backed that one up effectively. First minute of the second quarter. And a touch here for number 9, Jack Vandergrift, who is another one of those keys for LaSalle, Mike.
Yeah, Vandergrift, lefty attackman, junior, been around the program, grew up with a ton of lacrosse. I know it's a big lacrosse family. He's got the lacrosse IQ, grew up in a nice youth program. So you need a goal or two out of somebody like Vandergrift to get these type of wins.
Womack made the nice save. Kelly got in there tight, didn't quite change the level, and it remains just a 1-goal lead for Episcopal, but a good opening possession there for LaSalle, Ray.
I don't think that you could have asked for a better one. Just good defense on Episcopal's part.
And a giveaway, and the net is open. The long stick takes the shot. It's wide, and because nobody's backing it up in the transition nature of it, a giveaway.
Yeah, Womack wants that one back on the clear. Makes a great save inside and then turns the ball over. They got lucky there.
Womack, he'll get that chance again here, Mike, and again flings it deep. Boy, but right on target, no doubt about it. Nicholas Wolf Jr. with the ball now in his net.
Yeah, it looked a little crowded there, but LaSalle ran a 10-man ride. So they actually had LaSalle's goalie out on an attackman, which matches up every player 1-for-1. It's a strategy used to try to cause a turnover there on the ride.
Whitaker, who scored the first goal of the day, got a touch. Now TJ Lamb headed to Cornell next year.
Yeah, if you're LaSalle with McMeekin at the faceoff X and Womack looks pretty hot in goal, if you have a hot goalie and a faceoff guy that's winning, that can sometimes be a recipe for success there to slow the game down a little bit and rely on those two anchor pieces.
Whitaker kind of riding off of the defender there from LaSalle. Patience here as Lamb has it. Lamb spins back onto his left. And again, it's Crafson at the top. A double comes on Whitaker. Down towards the goal line. And LaSalle right there. What a great defensive play. Henry Troy, already a couple of nice stops on the defensive end for Troy.
Yeah, Troy Sr. going to Hofstra against Jazaz, who we spoke about earlier. Just right on his hands, nice check, picks up the ground ball. Just a very fundamental Tony Resch style type play, well coached.
Now that is a compliment.
The ultimate.
8 minutes and 50 seconds to play in this second quarter.
Yeah, I know Henry Troy personally. He's a great, hardworking student here at LaSalle, and he has a good lacrosse IQ. I was talking to him a little bit today about the game, and he feels he has confidence in himself that he can match up well against this offense that is being brought to him, and he feels that he can.
Oh, again, there's an opportunity for LaSalle, and Womack somehow got the save.
Two unbelievable saves by Womack. The first one from outside, then he matches stick for stick inside. I think Womack's got about 6 or 7 saves early on. The kid is hot right now.
Van Bastelar thought he had one. And another unforced error, this time on Episcopal Academy's end. But Van Bastelar can't believe it. Give Womack all the credit on the save on the other side. It keeps the Episcopal Academy lacrosse team up 1 goal.
Yeah, you're a little frustrated there as Episcopal making that big save, come down and turn the ball over without much pressure. I'm sure Coach Bates is not happy about that.
Pilling. Wearing number 19, and Mike, I know you told that story last time we were on the air, but you can do that again.
Yeah, so 19 is the Travis Mannion, LaSalle legend, lost his life fighting in the war back in 2006. So typically a student athlete that has the qualities of someone like Travis, high integrity, character, if not me, then who mentality. And it looks like Pilling was able to win that award this year and honor that jersey on behalf of Travis.
Long shot, high to low. Nice save by Womack. That is a tough one to keep out of the back of the net.
Jeez, Womack's bailing him out everywhere. We talked about him early on. He's a senior lefty goalie. Super consistent. I'm actually surprised. I thought maybe he could have gone to a bigger school than York College. York's getting a good one in Womack for sure.
Well, Sal, another one there where they got away with an unforced error. Good defense there, number 34, John Malone for Episcopal Academy, but could not keep it in bounds. Now Malone again has to D up on the X-Man for LaSalle. Pilling looking to pick it up and does. How did he keep possession there? And Rob Forster gets the timeout at 6:45. An adroit job on that LaSalle sideline, Mike.
Yeah, that 42 there, that's Bruder, and one of those freshman D-men we talked about. He's certainly not backing down from the challenge. Big, strong kid as a freshman. Comes from a great family. I know his family pretty well, and he's definitely up for the test today.
6:45 left here in this second quarter. This portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales, run by Chris Marr, a big-time LaSalle advocate. He's been involved with the alumni board, also very involved with the lacrosse program. And we appreciate Chris, all he's done for us, allowing us to do what we do and provide the service that we do to the LaSalle community. Couldn't do it without him. A lot of technological increases and improvements over the year couldn't be accomplished without folks like Chris and their support of us. So if you're looking for property and casualty insurance, anything on the business or commercial side, give Chris a call or visit them online at eandminsurance.com. Also want to tell you about Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. They are our favorite realtors. In fact, they helped my wife and I buy our dream home. If you're looking to buy or sell your primary home, maybe you're looking for a beach home, a mountain home, or something in between, they are the highest quality professionals in the industry. Very big advocates of LaSalle and of ours, and we ask you to pay it forward. So you might be 6 months away. Give them a call. Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services team. Back to action here at 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this first half. LaSalle still trails 2-1. Good chances on both sides. Van Bastelar got it onto his left, and an ambitious pass through traffic, and Episcopal able to pick that up, bring it back the other way. That's the freshman, Evan McFarland.
Yeah, Rob Forrester has got to be a little disappointed coming out of that timeout. Bastelar trying to jam it inside there. I think he really just needs to challenge his guys right now. Womack's playing really good in goal. They need to be smart about their shots, take advantage of their opportunities. Layups, not three-pointers, is the analogy we use often. And I think some of the seniors just need to sort of step up here, and somebody's got to make a play.
So far, this matchup has been purely defense. I feel like we highlighted it before the game started when we said both teams are very physical. And with that physicality comes an inability, or not an inability, a very hard time in doing what you said as layups, not three-pointers. It's hard to get in to the crease and get an easy short shot, and that's caused these offensive possessions to really go on long, which is a good thing, I would say. But if you're Episcopal or LaSalle, especially LaSalle, it's important to have the possessions and to take your time and to get good shots off, which they've done so far, but they need to get possession here and make sure that the Episcopal doesn't hold the ball for too long.
Slate. What an ambitious pass that was. Somehow possession, but only momentarily. And LaSalle's looking to pick it up. They will. Ryan Moore comes up with the big one. Gave it away on the other end, and now a whistle. So Episcopal was able to get that one right back. And a timeout called on the field at 4:45.
Smart timeout by Bates. LaSalle turned the ball over on the clear there. They have 2 timeouts a half each team, so no reason not to use one here with 4:45 left in the half. Might as well burn your first.
Good defense by Ryan Moore, the Sacred Heart football commit.
This portion of today's game brought to you by Winning Search Solutions. Mike Winning, a LaSalle graduate. If you're looking to hire any professionals in the insurance agency world, he can help you with that process. And Mike is, again, very, very committed to this LaSalle community, serves on the board. So, again, if you know anybody that you're looking to hire folks in the insurance space, call Mike. Mike can help you through that process. WinningSearchSolutions.com is the place to go. So with 4:45 left to go, Mike, break down what we've seen over the first quarter plus here.
Yeah, I'm shocked, actually, by the score. Typically, these games are 8-6, 8-5 at the half. The fact that we're 2-1 here lends to 2 things. Ray said it earlier, really smart, strong defense, help defense. Both offenses are not moving the ball the way they should be using it, or moving it. And then on the Episcopal side, I mean, Womack, again, probably has 6 or 7 saves already, keeping them in it, more than keeping them in it, giving them the lead. So I think it's just been a battle of selfish offense, good defense, and good goaltending play on Episcopal's end.
I do know that we did talk about this, but Episcopal's depth, that might come back to hurt them if these offensive drives or if the LaSalle offensive possessions go on too long, because their players could get more tired trying to move around, trying to find the right shot. That could start to wear them down, maybe not in the third quarter, but maybe the fourth, and LaSalle might be able to take advantage as the game goes along.
Nice save there by Nelson.
Yeah, I totally agree, Ray. I think you'll see them trying to get their offensive midfielders off and their defensive midfielders on. Only problem is, you know, a lot of times the depth that they're lacking in the second and third midfields that a school like LaSalle has will be one of the challenges today, and I do think the second half will be different because of that.
A lot of open field as LaSalle moves into the offensive set. 4:11 to play, second quarter. Huntley and now Pilling with the touch. Van Bastelar just came off the sidelines. He has it in his net.
Yeah.
And just a giveaway there. Just a miscommunication. Van Bastelar with a low pass. Couldn't be corralled on the other end.
Yeah, real sloppy. I'm not sure what's going on here with LaSalle. You know, Coach Forrester certainly not happy. These are some of the adversity moments you just have to fight through. You know, it is only 2-1. But they have to take care of the ball, both teams.
You said it. A giveaway to LaSalle. So a bit of a malaise here midway through the second quarter from both teams. Let's see if LaSalle can build from the back and create an opportunity.
So it looks like Jack Pilling, he has the short stick matchup. The long pole is going to come out and go on Bastelar. So if you're LaSalle, I would take it up top here and attack the short sticks.
Good move there, Owen Doc Doherty.
Good time to dodge here for Pilling. They're going to come early, though, so he has to be ready to move it.
Pilling able to spin. Second defender doesn't come yet. Now he'll move it to the end line. Huntley avoids a big hit. Back for Pilling, who drew the two defenders. Can they get it back to Huntley? Instead, it's Vandergrift. Vandergrift, a tough shot. And it's going to stay with LaSalle. That one whizzed past the outside post at 2:39.
Yeah, if you're Vandergrift there, good shot. Low corners. At the very least, if you miss, LaSalle backs it up. Much better than hitting the goalie and causing a turnover.
Yeah, good job by LaSalle being able to keep possession, being the furthest on that back line. Very important that they keep this
Van
possession, get a goal
Bastelar
out
took
of
the
it.
shot, and that one was deflected. Now they'll
Unsettled.
come to the other side. Beg your pardon?
Unsettled situation here for LaSalle. They weren't able to take advantage of it there, but Episcopal was scrambling a little bit on defense after that shot eat.
And maybe just tied up Van Bastelar a bit there, Mike. I don't know. It looked like a pretty good look in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit of a handcuff. You know, I think if you're Coach Forrester, you want him to handle that, but you understand he got a little bit handcuffed there underneath.
And a whistle and a giveaway.
Offsides Episcopal. Yeah, the midi did not stay back. Defenseman went over. It's just a Lacrosse 101 type play there.
Diving right in and a high shot. LaSalle will maintain. No, they will not.
Now Kelly went in the crease after the shot.
I see, okay. So violation there called on Kelly at 1:32 to go.
Turnover city here, Bob. They're off again.
And another offside against Episcopal. Can you believe this?
I'm shocked.
I mean, there's no doubt, right? You see the talent on the field, but it's still, I guess, relatively early in the season. And both these teams just less than crisp. Should make for a very interesting second half as it remains just a one-score game. A penalty is going to come on Episcopal. Can LaSalle make it really hurt? Big save there. Rebound, looking for possession. It makes its way towards that end line, stays in. And if LaSalle can scoop this up, now we do get the whistle.
Yeah, Episcopal looks really unorganized with two offsides penalties on the clear, and then they just had too many men on the field. So these midfielders, they need to communicate with each other and know who's on what side of the field. It's really sloppy right now, and Coach Bates, Coach Slate, they don't look happy.
If you're LaSalle, you gotta take advantage of this Episcopal confusion that's been going on with 34 seconds left. They gotta take advantage and try and get at least a good shot out of it. I mean, a one or down by one is not a huge margin by any means.
No, but to your point, Ray, you now control the last 34 seconds, right? I mean, technically 4 seconds there will be a guy sprinting over to get that sixth man back there, but you basically have man advantage for the remainder of the half. Can they take advantage?
Yeah, I think Robbie has a good play in his pocket for this type of situation. So be looking to them to get into the play pretty quickly here.
I want to see LaSalle try and get the ball to P.J. Oppenheimer again. He had a really good goal early on in this game. He's a very physical player, and I think that he can maneuver himself well inside the Episcopal crease.
Yeah, but a giveaway there, and so now Episcopal in no hurry. They're just going to hang on to this one, a man down. Final 6 seconds of the half, flings it towards the half-field stripe, and that'll be it. They're not going to even take the shot. So through 2 quarters, it is 2-1 in favor of Episcopal, a big-time matchup here in Pennsylvania lacrosse. And for now, it's the boys in blue with a 1-goal advantage over to LaSalle.
It's like a soccer score, Bob.
Ray, your takeaways on the first half of play?
Defense for both teams. I feel like both teams have been playing really, really great defense. That's why we see such a low score. And towards the end of that second quarter, we saw just not careless mistakes, but mistakes that shouldn't be made. And I think that Episcopal is going to learn from them, and they're going to try and improve and not make those mistakes and try and take advantage. And LaSalle just has to not necessarily take better shots, but just try and get those shots in, maybe be a little bit more patient on offense, just a little bit. But overall, just a really good half of lacrosse.
Stay with us, folks. It is halftime here at Glazer Field at LaSalle College High School. Episcopal with the 2-1 lead. We'll be right back.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Ferangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean? Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I'd say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships.
Welcome back here to LaSalle College High School. Bob Long, Ray Gomez, Mike Morcell with us here. Look inside the LaSalle huddle as they get ready to begin the second half. But before we do, a moment to talk about Clay Wells, class of 2007. And you see the guys there in those white shirts wearing the number 18 Wells. Clay Wells unfortunately passed away last calendar year. And Mike, I know you know the story and you knew him very well. A really, really nice tribute for this entire LaSalle program to a guy who gave so much to this program, went on to play in college. And, again, a really nice statement here today.
Yeah, I met Clay Wells when he was a little skinny little fifth grader at Salle Lacrosse camp, and always followed him and his family, got to know them very well. A really unfortunate situation with Clay, but, pound for pound, one of the tougher kids at LaSalle in the lacrosse program, then on at Fairfield University, a major contributor for a Division I team. And our hearts go out to their family. Everybody's here behind us. And good way to start the second half there off of that story.
No doubt about it. Stevie Davis right off the face-off X. He's able to put it in the back of the net, tie this one up at 2. And no doubt these players playing with heavy hearts. And Clay Wells in the memory here today.
Yeah, it's nice for everyone to wear those shirts. Just goes to show 15 years out of LaSalle what type of impact Clay had here on the program, the organization, and all the families. Now, as far as the game is concerned, it's interesting to see Stevie Davis win that first faceoff. Let's see if McMeekin makes an adjustment here to counter that, or if Stevie can stay hot at the X.
McMeekin able to take that faceoff back the other way for Episcopal.
Very surgical there by McMeekin. You saw it becomes a little bit of a chess match once they keep coming out. They probably have 2 or 3 moves each in their back pocket. They typically look at the way the other guy is set up and try to counter with quick hands and possession. But that could be the key to the game here down the stretch.
I do want to bring up Stevie Davis, or as Bob knows, I call him Speedy Davis. Just an amazing athlete for this LaSalle team. Great player, great football player, great lacrosse player. Just a great job being able to penetrate the defense and being able to get a nice short shot off, a layup as Mike called it, and being able to tie this game up.
And Nelson did a nice job making the save. Now LaSalle, a bit of momentum. The last 4 or 5 minutes of that second quarter highlighted by unforced errors on both sides, but a bit of crisper lacrosse that we've seen. And LaSalle may be building a little bit of Uncle Mo here at home.
Yeah, it's nice for Nelson. You saw it with Womack in the first half. Sometimes that early save can get you going. Nelson, he hasn't been bad in goal, but just hasn't had a lot of opportunities to make saves. So good for him as a sophomore to make that early save in the second half. See if they can carry that momentum.
A big gust of wind here at LaSalle nearly takes everything off our table. Frankie Fix none the wiser as he maintains possession here for LaSalle on the offensive set. Now back at X.
Yeah, I've seen Lamb, number 2, out there on defense a lot for EA. Ray mentioned in the first half. We'll see what type of conditioning and endurance folks like, TJ Lamb and some of their other stud midfielders have. I think Coach Bates, he's going to stick with his big guns. So we'll see if Lamb in the fourth quarter starts to wear down or continues to get stronger.
I mean, Mike, that's what's going to make or break this game. Whether LaSalle wins or loses, I feel like it really comes down to that conditioning and how they're able to keep up with this LaSalle offense, because it's been long offensive possessions, or you could say good defensive possessions, making sure that they don't get easy shots throughout the beginning or this first half of this game.
Heck of a defensive play there by LaSalle. Well done, number 16, Will Pickering. As Cooper McAndrews did a really nice job on the defensive end for Episcopal, created the transition opportunity. Pickering shuts the door.
Yeah, I'm surprised not to see Jazaz on attack here. So whether they're making an adjustment or just sitting them down and trying to calm them down a little bit after a tough first half. But you do see 13 on the bench for Episcopal. Don't be surprised to see him come out of the box as an offensive midfielder, maybe disguised as an attackman.
There's another unforced error for LaSalle, another turnover, and Rob Forrester turns in disgust on the LaSalle sideline below us.
Yeah, another unforced turnover for LaSalle.
This game's certainly there for the taking for somebody, Mike. There's no doubt about that. A ton of talent on both sides, and two teams that can light the lamp pretty easily and pretty quickly. And right now it's in a bit of a holding pattern, looking for somebody to dig in the heels a bit.
Yeah, it's good. I think you got to embrace some of this adversity. This is where your captains come in handy. Who can really rally the troops, get in somebody's face on the sidelines. You always hear it from coaches all day, every day. It's good to see a player maybe step up on one of the two teams and really tell people to take care of the ball, play smart lacrosse, and see if they can get a win.
That's a good-looking shot. Bounced it. That one just wide. Episcopal will maintain possession. Just a couple minutes into this third quarter. Tied at 2. LaSalle got the one goal here in the third frame thus far. Here's Edward Jones, headed to Villanova next year, up at the top. He'll get the ball back in his net.
Yeah, Jones, big kid, looks a little bit like Lamb as far as his size. Start to see Episcopal go into their bench a little bit more here in the third quarter.
Jones holds it with one hand and paid for it. LaSalle able to pick up the ground ball, trying to outrun those Episcopal midfielders, and will do just that. Nicely done by number 14, Jack Koch.
Yeah, nice to see Koch playing his role. A school like LaSalle has a ton of depth. Koch can come in as a short stick D-midi, make a big play for an extra possession.
Cutting in is Kelly, and lost the footing, able to maintain possession for LaSalle by way of the pass.
What a good job by Kelly being able to find that crease. Just
Vandegrift scored, got in there, bounced it home, and it's been really tough to beat Nash Womack. Getting to the doorstep is one way to do that.
Yeah, you see Vandegrift get the momentum of the defenseman upfield, ducks underneath, tiptoes the crease line there, fake high, shoot low. Those are those layups we talked about early in the first half. The only way to get past Womack is in tight today.
And that's certainly been a challenge for this LaSalle team, trying to get in tight and get near Womack with a nice short layup. And just great job by this LaSalle offense right there.
Davis went early there, so McMeekin gets another win by default.
Ominous clouds in the distance here. I don't know that the lacrosse players would mind if the rain came. I know we would with all this equipment here without a tent, so hoping that that stays away.
Yeah, those guys will embrace it. Nothing better than playing in the rain when you're a high school kid.
Also nice that this field is turfed. That always helps as well to kind of wick away. And a big rainstorm, you can get out there the next day, no problem, and start practicing. Good job defensively on the bump by the LaSalle defense. Charles Meyer. And now a shot, bounces high. Meyer got a net on it, but it's going to come to LaSalle. Trying to pick it up there was Wakefield. Now Nelson has it in that big wide goalie net, and LaSalle gets out of trouble defensively again.
Just good job by Nelson, making sure that the ball doesn't go past and moves towards the right side for me of the goal. And good job making sure it bounces off, knocking out with his stick and being able to get the ball and get LaSalle the possession.
And a whistle, a timeout by Rob Forrester, and I can see why. 6:09 to play third quarter. It was a bouncing ball looking for possession. The next goal is a big one. Any way you slice it, Mike. If it's LaSalle, it's a 2-goal lead in a very difficult defensive contest. If it's Episcopal nabbing that next goal, we're tied. And that is going to impact this game in a big way. So try to earn the timeout here, maintain possession, and make that next goal your goal.
Yeah, typically you'll see those timeouts saved for later in the fourth quarter. But I think Rob, either he saw something on defense where he thinks he can exploit it, or he just wanted to settle his guys down. I think with such a low-scoring game, if they can get a goal coming out of this possession with the right matchups, get a 2-goal lead, if Nelson's hot and Stevie Davis gets going, that may be all you need to win a game like this.
This portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales. You can visit them at eandminsurance.com. Chris Marr had 2 kids come through LaSalle and graduated in 1989 himself. If you're looking for property and casualty insurance, Chris is the guy to call. You know you're going to get the best service when you're dealing with Chris, and you certainly know that when you're dealing with Chris, he's going to make sure he takes care of you every step of the way.
Yep, and we always joke, we don't plan this, Bob, but I am an E&M insurance client, and Connor Kelly's my agent, works for Chris. Chris comes, great LaSalle family, Ryan and Brendan, both lacrosse players here for Coach Leahy. And just an overall great family, great service, great rates, good people. And they're not going to steer you wrong. They're going to take care of you, and I can attest to that.
We appreciate their sponsorship of us, allowing us to come out and do these fun things and bring the broadcasts to the LaSalle community. You mentioned Coach Bill Leahy. Tough to go through a LaSalle broadcast past to present without talking about him and his impact on the program. He was up here on the hill for the first part of this game.
Yeah.
Scrammed before we could get him on for a halftime interview. We'll let him get away with it. But he is a popular guy himself with a very popular lacrosse podcast. So check that out next time you're moving through your Apple Podcast listings or Spotify, however you get your podcast. Go check out what Bill is doing. And, of course, thanks to Bill for all he's done for the LaSalle program. You know what that's all about, Mike, being on the second ever LaSalle lacrosse team.
Yeah, 28 years. Bill has quite a legacy. He's probably the last guy that's going to allow you to interview him. One of the more humble guys I know for sure. But most wins by any high school lacrosse coach in the state of Pennsylvania. Wow. And that's not saying something lightly with, the likes of John Nostrand, John McAvoy, and many other public school coaches that have coached for upwards of 30 or 40 years. And for Coach Leahy to be at the top of that list just says everything about him.
I think that just goes to show you how Coach Leahy really represents what LaSalle is all about. It's about excellence, and it's about the best team that we could put on the field. And he doesn't just do it, he doesn't just put a good team on the field. He also just has great players. He coaches them really well, gives them great advice. I can tell you all the lacrosse guys I talk to, they are just great guys and great people. So he does a good job developing them, not just as players but as men too.
And LaSalle got a couple decent looks, but Episcopal is going to come up with the possession. Paul Bruder, the freshman defenseman, had it in his net.
Yeah,
Womack will push it down the field and gave it away.
Nice ride there by Vandergriff. See if he can take advantage here. They found Oppenheimer inside, the big guy. It's amazing how he gets so open sometimes, but quick stick shot on Womack, who continues to stay hot.
But he's making his life more difficult, Mike, as well. And that one was kind of a long time coming. He has been trying those long passes through some traffic down the field, and that's tough with that big net.
Yeah, it's a skill set a goalie has to have. It's one thing to save the ball. People don't realize, they underestimate the value of a goalie that can also throw really good outlet passes and get the ball in transition going the other way.
Huntley had it in his stick, whips it around to Kelly. One more pass back behind the net, and Kelly gets it back here. Nice catch by Oppenheimer. What a save. And Kelly decides not to go get the ball. Nice job. A double team there by LaSalle. The
Womack's hurt. Womack's hurt. Yeah, he's hurt. The kid is stunned after that shot.
And he's going to have a chance to wear it off a bit. Shake off that right arm. Episcopal looking for the tie. What a save by Nelson. And he's trying to put it in the crease. Well done there defensively by LaSalle, and allowing Nelson basically free reign to pick up that ball. Nice job by number 36, Matt Wills.
Yeah, goalies are always built a little differently. If you told me, get in the goal, we're going to shoot 100 miles an hour at you with a hard rubber ball.
And no pads.
And no pads. Not many guys would raise their hand for that. So I've known many goalies over the years. I won't name names, but they're certainly a different breed. A little bit crazier in their personal life, to say the least.
I think we're all thinking of a couple we know right now. Yeah.
A couple past legends we all know of.
It's especially not easy to take a shot from PJ Oppenheimer. He can throw. He throws in the 90s with his shot, maybe even touching 100 once in a while. He's a big guy, really hard shot. Just good job by him being able to stay in the game and to shrug off the shot.
I'm imagining you out here with the gun after school, you know, like the radar gun, right?
Oh my gosh. I remember lacrosse player Nick Gambone telling me something about that. So if I'm wrong, it's his fault.
A high shot went above the bar there, but Kelly in good position. 3-2, LaSalle leads. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Not what anybody expected here today.
Yeah, nothing worse than being a backup goalie in high school or college, because typically in practice they'll protect the starter. But if you're the backup, it's just shooting range, target all day, every day, and it's a thankless job.
Kelly thought he had it in his net, started moving forward. The ball wasn't there. Giveaway at 1:52.
Yeah, there's Bruder again on D, the freshman we've been talking about, left-handed. Big, strong kid for his age, and you know, he's making some impact plays here. I'm very impressed with him.
That's a nice pass up the field there by Womack. We mentioned it in the first quarter, but the first time in Episcopal Academy program history that 2 freshmen are starting defensively.
Yeah, and there's been some big names over the years at Episcopal that have played D. The Jackson Places, the Kurt Lunkenheimers, the Doug Davies. And to not have any of those freshmen start is pretty rare. So it goes to show you what they have there on depth.
Yeah, you talk about this team. I mean, commits to Cornell, Villanova, Princeton. 5-star that hasn't made a decision in Jazik. Hamilton College, York, Penn, Vermont. And then a couple other guys that are going to go play high D1 lacrosse just haven't made the decision yet.
Yep.
And those are the juniors and seniors. There's more on the young side that haven't even really opened up that process with much vigor yet. A ton of talent on this Episcopal team. But LaSalle has the lead over that Episcopal Academy team, one of the powerhouses out of the Interac, and they set up the offensive possession behind Charlie Huntley with 38 seconds left in the third.
Yeah.
Huntley, a long shot save made there by Womack.
I was going to say maybe be patient here and get a last shot, but Huntley proved me wrong there.
Tried to go high to low, but Womack stayed with it. Now with 24 seconds left, Episcopal. If they get a good one, they'll take it, but with now 18, yeah, kind of putting it in their pocket, waiting for one more rush, it's TJ Lamb. And now Nicholas Wolf with a touch at the top.
Yeah, they're under 10 here. We usually say turbo, which means you have to go to the goal and get a shot off.
Lamb, long shot, save made there by Nelson. He'll chuck this one deep. Final 1 second left. Oppenheimer couldn't get the shot off in time. The net, they're still playing, but that clock had run out for about 5 seconds, and unfortunately, Jack Vandergrift took a huge hit. Probably wasn't necessary, but Mike, nobody knew that the time had expired.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with the buzzer there, but I think Oppenheimer got 2 or 3 extra seconds there to get a shot off. So the Episcopal D certainly took it in their own hands to end the quarter.
Oh, you have no idea how hard I was hoping that shot went in. I don't care if it was over. I wanted to see Op jump up and get that shot in.
Well, there you have it. That is the end of the third quarter. Stay with us here. Bob Long sports coverage of LaSalle Lacrosse. My broadcast team here today. Thrilled to have Ray Gomez, senior, and Will Gomez on camera, also a senior here at LaSalle, and Mike Morcell, a All-American lacrosse player here at LaSalle, played his college lacrosse at Maryland. And right now, we share in the booth with us. Great to have everybody alongside, and we'll be right back.
Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services. Whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups, at Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
It's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national...
Welcome back, folks. Fourth quarter action here on Bob Long Sports. My broadcast team is Bob Long and Ray Gomez, Will Gomez on camera, and then Mike Marcel. So nice of him to join us a couple times a year here for these lacrosse games.
So we noticed in the break there, we were talking about Jazaz, the 5-star attackman. He has ice on his left wrist, so my guess is hopefully not, but maybe they think something more serious is going on with Dylan's hand that's keeping them out, because with his talent level, even though he struggled a little bit in the first half, I was surprised to see him on the bench. But it does look like an injury, unfortunately. Hopefully he's okay.
Sam Malloy with a touch here for Episcopal Academy, dressed in the navy blue. LaSalle in the home gold uniforms. And LaSalle looking for possession, a near giveaway by Episcopal, and a heck of a pickup there by the long stick defenseman for LaSalle. Number 38, Andrew Vance, beg your pardon. Was that Matt Wills there, number 36?
No, Wills is
wow, it was
38.
Van Stone, yeah Andrew Van Stone, the sophomore.
Off the bench there, Van Stone makes a big play.
Beg your pardon, we see more of Wills, so I was confusing the 6 with the 8. Heck of a job by the sophomore. And unfortunately, some of his handiwork went to waste there as another giveaway quickly on the offensive end for LaSalle.
Yeah, pretty unorthodox of LaSalle to turn the ball over this much, just an off day. So we'll see with the 3-2 lead, can they eke out the victory, even though they're really not jiving on offense, unfortunately, today.
TJ Lamb, he's headed to Cornell, and a heck of a player. He had it up top. Now back behind the net, Tristan Whitaker.
Here comes Lucas Slate out of the box, 43. Another talented junior left-hander. He'll also be playing Division I lacrosse somewhere. Comes from a nice lineage of lacrosse family there.
Right in front they come. Good check there by LaSalle. And a hold on LaSalle. We'll keep it with Episcopal.
You can't let those mistakes, because LaSalle was about to get the ball and be able to drive up and get another offensive possession, because it's become a game of possessions, because each possession has been at least 2 to 3 minutes, and you need to be careful with them and not try and turn the ball over like LaSalle has done a little bit.
LaSalle's going to get it back, and it's that swarming defense, Mike. Even on that last one where the hold was called, there was an opportunity in front where if Episcopal could have caught and shot it in one motion, would have been a difficult save. A second defender crashed there. Second defender crashed to produce that turnover on the other end.
Yep, that's Tony Resch defense. We're all used to it here for many years at LaSalle. We have one of his great proteges here in Tucker Durkin standing next to us here up in the booth. All-American at Hopkins, an all-world defender for USA. And nice to have Tuck next to us.
Here's Jack Vandegrift. 9:22 to go, fourth and final quarter of regulation. Pilling with it now. Frankie Fix trying to ride off that defender. Turns into and away from the double team, takes the shot just wide on the net side for the goaltender Womack.
Got to keep the pressure on here for LaSalle. This is one of these possessions, 9 minutes left in the game, up 1. Keep pressuring those short sticks. If they come early, you got to move the ball. It's typically 2 passes till they get a shot after they move the ball.
Van Bastelar turns it back for Pilling. Pilling now. Vandegrift. Patience here from this LaSalle team. Van Bastelar. And now Frankie Fix with 8:35 to go in the fourth. Fix ridden off by that defender. Now back to X. Onto it now, Flynn Kearney defensively, one-on-one with Fix. Spinning away is Huntley. Huntley trying to hold off that defender. What a shot. Goes Tomahawk, brings it low. What a job to ride off that defender, keep him at bay, and a goal puts LaSalle up 2.
Yeah, you'll see Huntley just duck underneath. Smart body use that uses body well. High to low, inside on Womack. And those are the type of shots we've been saying all day that are going to go in.
Just a great overall good possession by LaSalle, being very methodical. I think Fix did a really good thing where he pulled back when he saw that the defender was putting a little bit too much pressure on him to try and get a shot off, along with Whitlock or along with the goalie being in a good position to block the shot. So good job by LaSalle to get that shot off and get the goal.
Big possession here for Episcopal. The offense yet to get going, but you know that the horsepower is in the engine. Can they cut this down to 1 goal? Ratchet up the intensity, the energy, and get one in tight on Nelson, who's been really good in net. Tristan Whitaker has it in his net. Now they'll work it around with everybody getting a touch. Jones, and now to the sideline, number 24, Charles Crafson.
Yeah, with Episcopal here, you got Jazaz and Lamb on the bench. One injured, one probably just taking a break. He's been on the field all game. Be interesting to see if Episcopal has the firepower here to generate some offense.
I would argue they have to, because it's been where there's maybe a handful of possessions per quarter, and it's important for Episcopal to get a good look and to get a shot in goal to make it a 1-point game, because it's 4-2. It's a very low-scoring game, so every possession counts.
And they lost the ball there. LaSalle couldn't pick it up, though, and the loose change put in the back of the net. Edward Jones.
Yeah, just a broken play here. Sometimes those are the worst as a defensive team. They make a good stop. LaSalle misses the ground ball. Jones opportunistic, finds space inside, picks it up high-low on Nelson for the goal.
No chance for Nelson. Nice job by Jones, understanding he had just that split second to corral it in the net, go high, change levels, and cut this one to just 1.
And those are frustrating because you make the right play as a defense, then this happens.
How quick is that? And Episcopal is tied at 2 goals in a matter of 5 seconds of regulation. That's Charles Crafson.
Yeah, this is the power of McMeekin. He just wins it clean, draws the defender, low pass to Crafson, high-low shot on Nelson. And that's Jazaz's fill in there, so you got to give Crafson a lot of credit to step up. He's a junior lefty. Probably wishes he was starting on attack ahead of Jazaz. He's not, and comes in and makes a big play to tie the game.
Big face-off here. And LaSalle is going to get it on the McMeekin violation at the X.
McMeekin does not make a lot of those mistakes, to say the least. So LaSalle and Stevie Davis very happy with that, being able to stop this momentum that has been building up and being able to have an offensive possession of their own to try and swing the momentum back to their side.
And defensively for EA, I've noticed number 22, Garrett Wall, nice kid from Holy Child School in Rosemont.
That one caught the pipe off the shot from Huntley.
Yeah, so Wall's a sophomore defender, so now you have a sophomore and 2 freshmen on close D for Episcopal. So LaSalle hopefully can take advantage of the youth, but very impressive for EA to have the trust and faith putting these guys out there. They're doing a good job.
Here's a bit more of that pace we were looking for, Mike, as that one whizzed out of bounds off the shot from Huntley. Took the first one off the left, that shot with the right.
Certainly not lacking a volume of shots, whether it's Womack making a save or LaSalle missing the goal. They're getting good opportunities. Just have to convert here down the stretch.
Fix. And now Vandegrift back at X. Oppenheimer. Pilling at the top, and now Charlie Huntley. He's taking the last 2 shots for this LaSalle offense. Halfway home here in the 4th quarter.
Looks like EA's gone to a zone. Try to slow down the game a little bit.
Great look to the middle. What a save. That one off the leg of the netminder Womack. LaSalle now, can they create another quick shot? Huntley with the left. That one's missed on the near side.
Yeah, when you're lacking depth and you have a hot goalie, a lot of times you'll go to a zone just to try to, again, slow the game down a little bit, give up those jump shots we talked about, which are outside shots versus the inside layups.
Now, this is what you came for here, folks. 4-4, 2 quick goals within the span of less than 10 seconds by Episcopal Academy. Ties this one at 4. And LaSalle has picked up the pace offensively in the subsequent possession after the face-off win off those 2 goals by Episcopal. Ray, what do you see here? 5:47 to go. A lot of lacrosse still to play.
Definitely, Bob, but Episcopal, Womack is their MVP if they win this game. He has been playing just lights out today. He's on fire. He is just amazing. Taking that one of the second to last shot last time on the leg, being able to immediately get back, be able and make another save for this Episcopal team. He's keeping them in this game, especially defensively with their youth, as we've been talking about, with him being able to help them out, causing them to go to a zone because he's been so hot. It's really just, if he can keep this up for the remaining 5 minutes and 47 seconds, I think Episcopal has a really good shot for winning this game.
Yeah, you'll notice Womack standing by himself right now with his goalie coach. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. You know, nobody talk to him, nobody bother him. Let him be. He's clearly in the zone, so let him stay in the zone and see if he can bring Episcopal to a victory here.
A look at Womack there as he heads back to his net. He has been nothing short of spectacular so far here today. .540 to go, and LaSalle with the offensive possession. Oppenheimer with the touch. The big man, he stands out here on the field for this LaSalle team.
Yeah,
Charlie.
Zone offense is sort of like man-up offense. You have to get the ball moving. You have to draw a double team, and it's typically 2 passes away from the double team draw to get a shot off. So you'll see LaSalle maybe even run some of their man-up sets now that they're seeing a zone on defense by Episcopal.
Jack Vandergriff beats his defender, comes right on, and the help came from Episcopal to at least delay the inevitable as Oppenheimer took the shot. It was a good look, deflected there by Womack in net.
I'd love to see how many saves Womack has. I think it's probably close to 15, if not more.
Coming up on 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, tied at 4. Oppenheimer, a good catch on one that could have tied him up pretty easily. Kelly shoots and scores. Uses the body to shield the defender, raises high, uses that defender as a bit of a screen as well, and beats Womack from close range.
Yeah, that's that senior leadership we were talking about. Andrew Kelly's going to Lehigh. He's a right-handed player, but sees an opportunity open to the left. High to high over Womack. Just a great play by Andrew.
Just an amazing possession by LaSalle. Andrew Kelly, as he said, a senior leader. I would argue this LaSalle team is really led by seniors. There are obviously sophomores and freshmen with the depth and juniors. That's the great thing about LaSalle, but the seniors on this team are really great and can help lead LaSalle to a state title and just keep up this lacrosse excellence that our school has.
Mike, that was a good battle to face-off X there.
Yeah. Stevie and McMeekin been going at it all day. McMeekin got that one pretty clean, but Stevie rode him, made it a tough possession here. 5-4 LaSalle. Be interesting to see again where Episcopal initiates the offense. Typically from the short sticks. Looks like Wakefield's behind with Slate. Slate's a lefty here. Is going to look to draw and most likely dump.
There comes Wills on the double, and Wakefield left him. Good look in front. And somehow that stays out of the back of the net. That's a brilliant save by Nelson.
Real good offense by Episcopal. Slate draws the double. Passes to Lamb, then inside for number 24, Crafson. An awesome off-stick save by Nelson. Might have saved the game there.
I know we've been talking about a lot about Womack, but Nelson has also been having a really solid game for LaSalle. Besides the 2 straight goals in a fast set, he was able to play really well, keeping this Episcopal offense pretty much in check the whole game. So it's been a really good goalie game for Womack and Nelson.
Yeah.
Nelson just a sophomore as well.
And we saw Nelson make that. We talked about that early save in the third quarter there that might have gotten going. He's had a really nice second half.
3:17 to play in the fourth quarter. LaSalle looking for a 2-goal lead, but Womack right there on the doorstep to say no. What a nice clearing pass here as well. This might spring Episcopal Academy. It's onto the stick of Whitaker. One more pass to Buckley. And now back for Edward Jones, who's had a really good second half.
Yeah, unless Episcopal has an advantage here, I wouldn't be surprised to see them call a timeout. They'll probably look for a matchup. If Coach Bates doesn't like what he sees here in the first 30 seconds or so, he'll probably call a timeout and try to draw something up. But he might like his matchups right now.
Now back behind the net, a touch there for Crafson. Scored one of the 2 goals in succession. Now TJ Lamb. They'll move this one from side to side. Now onto the stick of Lamb. Nice look onto the left-handed stick of Jones. And Jones will fling this one towards the goal line. Lamb gets to his stronger left, takes the shot, and that one will remain EA possession.
Yeah, nice slide by Troy going early to Lamb. They know that he's the alpha dog here. That's most likely going to try to go one-on-one. So nice early slide there by LaSalle.
Whitaker has it on his stick. No switch there from the defenseman. Man-to-man look. There's the shot. Saved by Nelson. And Edward Jones tried to tie it. Was looking for a multi-goal effort here in the second half. The sophomore Nelson too good. And a nice job extricating from pressure. And now LaSalle calls timeout. Rob Forster, 1:34 to go. Why be in a rush? You got a 1-goal lead. An excellent job by the head man for this LaSalle program. His second year coaching the program. And yeah, a lot of lineage in that Forster family, as well as the new generation of LaSalle coaching now exists in the form of Rob Forster.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. Great to see Robbie here at the helm. I've told the stories of 25 years ago with Coach Leahy and a bunch of us, Mike Dorso, Matt Maloney, Eddie Boron, guys that had no clue how to play lacrosse, but a bunch of football, basketball, and baseball players trying to start this program and get things going. And then Robbie Forrester comes along, and the names like Tucker Durkin, Nico Amato, Jack Forrester, Kevin Forrester. The names go on and on for the guys that really carried the program to the next level. We were lucky to win a Catholic League championship back then, and then all these guys won state championships in the mid-2000s. So to have Robbie back on the sidelines, it just makes all the alums proud.
And, of course, with the tutelage of guys like Tony Resch, who's there on the sideline, Kevin Doherty there on the sideline as well, and Bill Leahy, still very connected, still walks the halls of LaSalle, just spend a little bit more time with family, but he's nothing but a phone call or, in Rob's case, a walk down the hall away.
Yeah, and I'm sure Robbie, he's no ego there. I'm sure certain situations they probably discuss. Having somebody of Coach Resch's caliber, we all know his professional experience, both in the indoor and outdoor game. And then Kevin Dock and Brian Harrington over the years, just close friends of the program. Kev had a really nice career here as well throughout LaSalle. So just Robbie's a smart guy to bring in smart assistants around him, and that's been a lot of the key to the success early on.
So 1 minute and 34 seconds to go. Quickly, Ray, your thoughts here on this offensive possession.
Keep possession. You're playing keep away at this point. If you have a wide open shot at the goal, I'd take it, but otherwise you're playing keep away right now. And if you're EA, you're trying to cause a turnover, you might start double teaming some guys to cause a turnover.
Mike, quick to the stall warning here.
Yeah, I think so. The refs are going to keep an eye on it. You see the goalie Womack out on an actual field player, which allows the defense to double team. A lot of times it's almost like an open goal net in hockey here. which you might end up seeing if they have one.
And a penalty's going to come on Episcopal. LaSalle gives away the shot and decides they're going to maintain possession, understanding that, hey, there's no stoppage and there is a stall warning, but the next stoppage will put Episcopal a man down. So why not hang on to this until they can create a look?
Yeah, so LaSalle will be 6 on 5. Tough situation for Episcopal. I would totally spread the field out for LaSalle. Use all 4 corners if possible. You'll see them, the Episcopal guys, start to chase and see if LaSalle can kill the next 46 seconds.
30 seconds of a man-down situation for Episcopal, and now a lot of miscommunication. Guys are running to the sideline, and now the head coach is asking them to head on back. Now they have their substitutions in order. The Episcopal sideline, the confusion seems to have subsided. But like you said, Mike, now really no opportunity to double team unless you're going to leave the net empty. Pilling puts it away.
Yep, that's the insurance they needed there. You know, Episcopal, you bring Womack out to guard an attackman, man down. They did what they had to do to try to go after it and be aggressive. And Pilling makes a nice play and puts the insurance goal in.
Now again, Episcopal, they scored 2 goals in the span of under 10 seconds. But it all starts right here at the face-off X. Andrew McMeekin, the 5-star recruit headed to Princeton next year and maybe the best face-off guy in all of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he's going to try to pop it out for a fast break. I'm sure Stevie's ready for that. Makes him go behind, doesn't mind losing it as long as it's not a fast break.
36 seconds left now, and a long pass will find its way into an Episcopal net. That's a nice move there, and a timeout is called immediately upon that possession. So less than 30 seconds left, 29 to be exact, and LaSalle is that far away from putting this one away. But, Mike, still a long way to go. Get one big save, and you feel a little more comfortable at that point.
Yeah, I think not having Jazaz here certainly hurts Episcopal, you know, from going to the goal and just trying to get one. LaSalle is probably discussing, you know, Lamb and some of their other big dogs. So if you're Episcopal, you might set up a play for one of the 3rd or 4th options here against a short stick. Just see if they can get a quick one and then try to get McMeekin back at the face-off X to gain possession. That's really your only shot for Episcopal. They need a goal here in the first 10 to 15 seconds.
We'll tell you one more time about Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Fox and Roach Realtors team, led by Carrie. They are both big-time LaSalle folks. Carrie sent 2 sons here through LaSalle. Jim, so committed to the school in every single way, and we appreciate his sponsorship of us. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, it's a great time to do so, but it's also a difficult time to do so. Interest rates are moving certain ways, read upward, and they can help you through that entire process. So give them a call. Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. So here we go, guys. Final 26 seconds left, and Episcopal has to move quickly. Jones. LaSalle able to have him get rid of the ball. Good-looking shot there. That one hit the pipe and stayed out. Final 12 seconds left. Good pick up there by Lamb. Got to go quick. Drops it in front. They score. 8 seconds left on the clock. And it moved down to 7, and an Episcopal Academy's coaching staff none too thrilled about that.
They certainly want another second or 2. Now, Tony Resch has been around the block, too. You'll notice the wings for LaSalle are immediately going to sprint into the defensive end. So even if McMeekin pops it in front, we'll see the 2 defenders for LaSalle hopefully close in quickly.
Here it is, guys. 7 seconds left. McMeekin won the faceoff. They will get an opportunity. Quick shot, they score.
Wow.
2 seconds left. And we're tied at 6. Lightning strikes twice. That's the second time of the day that Episcopal scored 2 in the span of 10 seconds. This time, it's at the game's dying hour.
That is Andrew McMeekin. I mean, that's the power of having a stud like McMeekin. The guy had 7 seconds to not only win the faceoff, everybody knew what he was doing on the whole field, including the coaching staff. He's still able to do it and make the play. Looks like we're going to overtime, Bob.
I'm at a loss for words. That was just impressive, especially for EA.
And they'll take one shot at it. Time runs out. And through 4 quarters, tied at 6. Can you believe that?
Oh, man, I'm surprised. That's new life here for Episcopal. Sudden death situation we're heading into. So typically you'll see whoever wins the face-off might call a quick timeout, try to set something up, but happy to spend a little extra time with you, Bob.
Indeed, as the rain started to drizzle on us just a little bit, and on that aforementioned broadcast equipment that is unprotected, if I may say so myself.
State of the art. Hopefully the folks at home are getting their money's worth. I know we have thousands of viewers here, I'm noticing, around the tri-state area, so hopefully everybody's going to hang with us for a little bit longer.
Gotta love it.
This is just a great game. It has everything. Great goalie play, really quick offense, shocking overtime, just everything you want.
So, Mike, you mentioned it, right? A lot of diehard lacrosse fans, maybe some folks that aren't as familiar with the sport. So walk us through the overtime rules.
Yeah, typically overtime, it'll be a 4-minute time before they switch sides, but it is sudden death, so first team to score ends the game. And, again, having this face-off duel between Stevie Davis and Andrew McMeekin becomes really important in situations in sudden death. So unless McMeekin has a break, again, I would expect Stevie, if he wins it, for LaSalle to call a timeout, and then McMeekin, if he wins it, for Episcopal to call a timeout. But again, if they have an advantage, they'll probably let those guys play and try to take advantage.
McMeekin has had the better of the face-off X, particularly in the second half here, but you have 2 potential All-Americans at this position, maybe the best matchup you'll see in the face-off X all year long. These 2 guys going at it, a senior and a sophomore.
Yep, Stevie Davis getting battle-tested here versus the senior. Sounds like Episcopal's playing with the house's money a little bit. They're having fun. They're just having fun, you know, trying to get a win here. But the fact that they're even tied at this point, they're excited about that.
McMeekin pops it forward, has it on his stick. Could it be another quick one? And a nice job defensively by LaSalle. Now a loose ball. And a timeout earned by LaSalle. You heard timeout coming from both sidelines. I heard an echo, Mike.
Yep, we saw the advantage there. They let McMeekin go. He had a 4-on-3 break. And then as soon as somebody was going to pick up possession, you heard Coach Bates and Coach Forrester both trying to call that quick timeout. Now LaSalle still has to clear the ball, so it's not necessarily a free clear. So they'll try to set something up on the clear and then try to take advantage, again, I believe, short stick matchups, try to end this game and go home.
So if you're LaSalle, you're not going for your primary scorers. You're trying to go for your secondary scorers because of the depth, and you're trying not to, you're trying to, as you say, go to the short sticks and get a nice close shot or layup, because that's what we've been seeing has been working, and it's going to be hard. This is not easy. Obviously, Womack's had the game of his life, at least 15 saves, I think, at this point, and it's all about how can they get through this defense and make sure there's no turnovers that can be prevented, and just playing smart lacrosse right here.
Yeah, so the 4, bigger guns will get the 4 poles, and then we talked about the 2 other offensive players will most likely get the short sticks. My guess is it'll be Huntley and potentially Fix if Pilling's going to get the long pole. Sometimes they switch it up just to mess with you a little bit, but that would be my guess. So I'd initiate from Fix or Huntley once they clear the ball, but you have to get across midfield first.
Thanks to the folks enjoying this broadcast, one in particular that reached out, sponsor of ours. You saw his commercials for Cross Country Mortgage during the halftime show, but Keith Binsfeld. Thanks to Keith, saying he's enjoying the broadcast. Let's see who's going to deliver the winner. Here, 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the first of 2 frames in overtime, but golden goal. So the first goal will win this one, and LaSalle with the all-important possession led by Jack Pilling.
So EA decides to go back into that zone that was successful for them in the 4th quarter. Again, probably trying to save some legs for some of their starters here. Some of the inexperience on defense, having those freshmen and sophomores in there. So LaSalle's got to be patient, methodical, draw a double team, and then try to score on Womack.
Charlie Huntley plays this one down below the goal line. Kelly with the touch. Now Oppenheimer, and everybody gets a touch as Pilling handles at the top. Oppenheimer winds and fires. Saved there by Womack. Important ground ball. And it stays near the end line. LaSalle had a net on it. Kelly taken down, a flag. And a big one there as LaSalle will maintain possession. What a play by Andrew Kelly.
Yeah, great feed from Pilling to Oppenheimer. Low to high. Womack makes a great save. Then you have a scramble over here in the corner. Andrew Kelly gets pushed by probably one of those freshmen, I think, and draws the man up. So here, 6-on-5 LaSalle. Again, they can be patient, but don't be surprised if Oppenheimer puts it in.
Womack continues to keep Episcopal in this one. A big save on the last possession there by Oppenheimer. LaSalle retains that possession, and now Pilling runs the show. Frankie Fix gets a touch. Oppenheimer winds this one behind the net. Fix, now Oppenheimer will try it again and missed on the near side.
Episcopal has to pay more attention to the big guy. LaSalle's clearly looking for him on that left wing. I'm sorry, on that right wing. And
you see him there picking a corner as well, Mike. If you miss the frame, hey, that's okay, right? Don't miss in the middle. That one, what a save. Womack goes low.
Jeez, he's unbelievable today. Super impressed with Womack.
And now a long pass. They're going to bat this one across midfield. Great job by LaSalle, but Oppenheimer threw a pass back behind his intended target.
Here comes a timeout.
Wasn't called. Now, finally, comes that timeout by Bates. 1:53 to go in the first overtime period.
I heard Batesy yell it a couple times. For some reason, they weren't giving it to him, but they got that timeout. 6-6. Here we go. Let's see what they come up with in the huddle.
Heck of a play on the far side of the field as well there, Mike. Getting checked out of bounds. I didn't catch the number to be able to understand time, space, and where your teammate is. Dish that ground ball off, understanding, hey, there's two of you if you're Episcopal in the area, just one LaSalle defender, and you live to see another day.
Yep, really good man ball. One guy went for the ball, one guy went for the man. The guy who picks up the ball actually has to yell release, has to release the man, or else it's considered a moving pick. So good fundamental lacrosse there by EA with the man ball, ground ball. And here they are on the offensive end with their opportunity.
I do have a question, though, Mike. Is there ties for high school lacrosse?
Nope.
Sudden death.
Yeah, we're staying here all night. I'm hanging with you, Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Check out that Philadelphia Stars hat he's got on there as well. Look at that.
I know. I got it. Shout out to USFL.
Which way are you looking? Yeah, that
my gosh. I was watching the first game. I'm all for it. I'm all for the spring leagues. XFL, USFL. Oh, my brother loves that. I like that. There you go.
Yeah, he got a good shot of you there.
Where's my sponsorship? Send me down to Birmingham, Alabama. I want to go to a game.
Yeah, you'll be the fifth fan in attendance.
I know. That's the best part.
I'm getting a lot of texts here, Bob. People are excited about this game. They're loving the coverage, and everybody's tuning in.
We really appreciate that. All the folks here that support LaSalle, support Episcopal, and just generally guys who like, guys and gals who like high school lacrosse. There's a lot of good lacrosse here in southeastern Pennsylvania. Glad to be a small part of the action here on the broadcast side. So now Episcopal guys in those navy blues with possession, 1:39 to go in the first 4-minute overtime period.
Yeah, here's Lamb, your Cornell commit, with the pole. Looks like they're doing a little pick behind. Trying to create a mismatch. Do have a flag down here.
Shot, goal! And it's TJ Lamb on the near side beating Nelson, and it's 3 straight goals to end it in victory in overtime for Episcopal Academy.
Wow, unbelievable. Wow. Lamb has been on the field all game. Kid's been playing all 45, 50 minutes. Just catches it backside, low to high, stings one up top on Nelson. And, again, you have to give Episcopal a ton of credit here. Lacking depth. Jazaz is out with an injury. Guys like McMeekin and Lamb, that young defense, and, of course, Womack carried them to a huge victory on LaSalle's home turf.
I think that even though LaSalle did lose, and it's not in the way that they wanted to, obviously, with the lead at the end of the fourth quarter, it's a good learning experience. EA is a great team, a great job building up experience, especially, as we said, Stevie Davis up front as the face-off guy. He did a great job trying to compete, and just a great overall game for me. I really enjoyed it, and I think Womack deserves an MVP trophy after this game. He played out of his mind for EA. Just a great game.
Yeah, they were awesome there. I agree with you, Ray. You have to give LaSalle a lot of credit. They will learn from this. They'll come back, most likely make a run at the state title there. But really good job by Episcopal. Give them a lot of credit. And I do agree Womack is the MVP for sure.
This is a team here in Episcopal Academy. They got to turn around and do this again tomorrow. So not only do they have to play 2 games in a row, game goes to overtime. Legs feel a little bit better after the fact when you come out with a victory.
Yep, doesn't hurt so bad when you come up with the overtime victory. They'll be in the ice baths tonight and tomorrow morning, and then they go back at it for an interact battle tomorrow.
Travis Lamb, TJ, he goes by. Boy, that's a heck of a snipe. I know it's close range, but to beat Nelson short side, I don't know about you. I didn't see the window in live time. Snuck it in between the post and where Nelson was. It's a high-level shot.
Yeah, it's no surprise. Cornell, top 5 team in the country, has recruited him. And we talked about him all day with Chazaz being out. You have to give a lot of credit to Lamb. His legs will be sore, but, again, it doesn't hurt so bad when you have that game-winning goal.
Guys, appreciate you guys being here. Rob Forrester and this LaSalle team, certainly some lessons to learn after this one, but a heck of an effort. Had the lead for the majority of the game, and a team with those state championship expectations, playing teams in the Interact, big way to get to that point, big way to develop that depth, that experience. It's high-level lacrosse we saw here today.
Yeah, they'll certainly be back. We talked about it again. Rob and Coach Resch and Coach Doherty, they'll look at this as an opportunity. These guys know how to handle adversity. They have some tough seniors, and don't be surprised to see them in the state final in May.
Ray, thanks for doing this, buddy. Your first lacrosse broadcast with us this year.
Good job, Ray.
It was certainly a learning experience and a great game to watch with you guys. I learned a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah, you did a great job. Thanks for helping our viewers here experience the action with us. Mike, always a pleasure working with you, my friend.
You too, Bob. It was fun.
Enjoyed it. Will Gomez, back behind the camera. Excellent job, as usual. And for the entire team at Bob Long Sports, I am Bob Long saying so long from Glazer Field. Boy, a thriller. EA with a victory, 7-6 in overtime over LaSalle. Until next time, everybody stay safe. We'll see you soon.